Sanders became the first Browns quarterback to win his first career start since Eric Zaire in 1995. Shedeur had 209 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception in the effort, which was in front of his dad, Dion. Love to see it. Kmart, you'll be covering Shedeur's second start this weekend against the Niners in Cleveland. And for those that don't know, Kmart basically has residency in Cleveland. I feel like she's there every week. What are your expectations? You've obviously followed this whole situation very closely.
Oh, my God.
What is your expectations for Shedeur this weekend?
So I think for me, I still look at it as I want to see him look like he has commanded the offense. I want to see him confident in the pocket, escaping pressure. I want to see him being able to work within the pocket, climb the pocket, and then sort of move around and make the plays that we're used to seeing Shedeur make. I feel like when I look at Shedeur, I don't see him as the X factor for this Browns team because they're wide receiving core. Like it's just not good enough. And I just feel like it's a tough position for any quarterback, right? To me, the strength of this team is the defense. So when I cover 49ers Browns, I'm looking at Myles Garrett. How is he going to feast on Brock Purdy? I'm looking at the Browns defensive front. But from Shedeur, just continue building. Like this is an audition. This is not about just the Browns. This is about 32 organizations passed over 4 rounds, almost 5, and now you have an opportunity over the final 6 games, if they give you that long of a stretch, to show that, you know what, I'm not a 5th-round pick. I should have been a 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick, and I deserve to be a starter in the NFL. I just want to see continued growth. I'm not looking for heroics. I think the conversation about him it's just become too divisive. Just let the kid, he's a rookie, let him sort of gradually get his feet under him a little bit.
He played okay on Sunday. I mean, he made a couple good throws, but that defense won the game. I mean, they had 10 sacks, and Garrett had 3 or 4 sacks by himself.
He had 3. They had 10 together.
They destroyed. That was what the game was about. But, you know, I like a couple of nice throws. Judy had a bad fumble after a nice reception, so that could have resulted in some points.
A couple nice throws.
Well, he had the bomb
Isaiah Bond, that was a beauty. That was more than a nice throw.
But he also threw a sideline screen that should have been picked off. He threw it way too high, and it was almost picked off.
But it wasn't, right? Okay.
I said it was okay. You think it was more than okay? It was okay in the game.
He played well. To have to go into a game, I thought where you have a quarterback, he's the 2nd rookie on this team. That's a whole separate conversation for another day about how they constructed that QB room. I don't think it was advantageous for any of their rookie quarterbacks. So I thought, given the situation, he performed well, but you can't expect him to just win the game, take over and win the game in the second term.
I mean, I thought he played okay. I'm not ready to say that he's the answer long term.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does in the next 5 games.
Expectations, Steve.
I want him to look like an NFL quarterback, period. I want him to look like somebody that shows that he belongs, that he can command an offense, that he belongs behind center, and we don't have to worry about Kevin Stefanski coming up post-game and being undecided about who his quarterback should be the following Sunday when the alternative is Dillon Gabriel. We need to stop that nonsense. I need that conversation to be put to bed once and for all. We can't possibly do that if your opponent is the Las Vegas Raiders, because we know how awful they are. It's just that simple. Now you're going up against a real team in the San Francisco 49ers that, despite Bosa and Warner being gone for the season, still has a formidable enough defense and obviously exceptional coaching to do some things. And Robert Saleh, yeah, he might have had his issues as head coach for the New York Jets, but 2 things. Number 1, we see what the Jets have looked like without him. And number 2, we know that man can coach some defense. And so what's going to be dialed up, packaged up for Shedeur Sanders is going to be significantly different than what we saw this past weekend. Shedeur Sanders goes out there. Let's say, for example, he looks the same this week as he looked last week. Then we're going to be speaking highly of him because we're going to know he's given us the impression that he belongs in this league.
Yes, and obviously he'll get another week of practice under his belt as well. He'll be able to work out with the ones 1 more week as well, so he should have some improvement on that front. But yes, a much more tough defense on the horizon.
Before Thanksgiving, time to play our favorite game. Is that ridiculous? With Louis Riddick. If I said Shedeur Sanders should start the rest of the year in Cleveland, is that ridiculous?
No, it's not ridiculous. Look, I think he needs to get his time now on task. He has shown that he has some ability, maybe that none of the other quarterbacks on the roster had, but now you're getting to see them in real time. And you know, one of the things that you always can bank on, players know who the best players are by and large. You saw Myles Garrett's reaction to that long throw where he scrambled outside the pocket and launched the ball down the field. Let him have his time on task and figure out whether or not you got your quarterback for 2026.
The next one, and I'm saying this with Jeff sitting right next to you. If I said the Colts are going to miss the playoffs, is that ridiculous?
I say it's ridiculous, and I'll tell you why. Look, they got Jacksonville twice yet in this season. They got Houston twice, and then they got Seattle and San Francisco. They had to go through Seattle, San Francisco at home. Now, it's not an easy road, but there's a lot of opportunity for this football team that I think is pretty darn well balanced to go ahead and pull this thing out. And I wouldn't pull the plug on Daniel Jones just yet. Okay, I wouldn't say that all of a sudden he is the guy who we all thought he was. I think he's going to be just fine.
Let's go, Lou.
Jeff is
That's what I'm talking about, Lou.
How about this one? If I said the Vikings will need a different quarterback next year, is that ridiculous?
Yes, it's ridiculous only because he only has single-digit starts in his career.
Yes.
6 to be exactly. But there's no question that KOC, Kevin O'Connell, needs to settle JJ down. JJ right now in the pocket just looks like someone who is just grasping at straws, and the game has gotten away from him. And I know he's young. Maybe he never had it in his grasp in the first place. But they have to settle him down this season or in the offseason and start him over from scratch.
He looks overwhelmed at times.
He does.
And after beating the Lions in Week 9, J.J. McCarthy talked about his game day persona, his alter ego 9, which is a reference to his jersey number. We did a piece about that going back to the very beginning of the season. Now he's missed all this time and he's losing games. So yesterday on McAfee, former NFL coach Bruce Arians weighed in on McCarthy and his alter ego.
Yeah, the alter ego thing is it needs to be AP.
What's that?
Accurate passer.
Okay.
Not snot. You don't need snot bubbles and tears.
Okay.
You play quarterback, not linebacker. Okay, we don't need all this hyped up. All right, just go play quarterback and be relaxed and throw the damn ball to the right guy.
Maybe he needs a little bit of that,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, I have watched the faces of my football players when they hear about the quarterback with the alter ego. Like, I don't want this to be like a piling on to the kid because obviously things are going very difficultly for him. But when things are going bad and you have an alter ego, go ahead, Jeff.
I mean, first of all, it drives me nuts. Like whoever allowed that stuff to get out and like did the piece or whatever that nonsense, like somebody should have directed him better. Like to BA's point, you haven't even earned the right to have an alter ego in the NFL yet, right? You got a college alter ego? Okay, let's leave it in college. Let's figure this out now that we're in the NFL. It's difficult for me to even stomach that kind of nonsense because BA was one of my coaches, right? And he would talk to you just like he just said that to McAfee. He would look at you and be like, shut up, man. Just go do this, right? Do the simple stuff really well. And that's the part that JJ's struggling with, man. It's the simple stuff, the routes that he knows are there. His timing is off, and then he presses, and guess what? All the stuff that you did brings pressure on yourself because you did the alter ego piece or you do this silly branding stuff outside of just the game. Just let the game come to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, you said branding and marketing, like it kind of falls to that category. To be honest, like what matters most is what always matters is how you perform on the field.
Amen.
All the stuff that you do off the field, if you're performing on the field, it then becomes cool and quirky and
That's
cute.
right.
If you're not playing well on the field, we're going to make fun of you about it.
Crush you.
Who cares? Don't talk to no cameras. And that's what happens when you're in a situation like this. You need to like buckle down and focus on what's important. You can worry about that. That's stage 3, stage 4
Amen.
stuff. Talking about alter egos and face paint and all this other stuff. That's later. Once you start getting some pelts on the wall, then you can go
There
talk
you
about
go.
that. Which, I mean, whatever you have to do to get your mind there, you got to do it. Like we've obviously been around players who transition in a different type, but then going to talk about it. and
Seldom
telling
quarterbacks,
people.
though, right? I mean, I think he's talking about that.
But
too.
we as the media can't have it both ways. When he was at Michigan, he would sit under the goalpost and he would meditate, and there would be people in the NFL who would roll their eyes, but we said, we love this.